dákun gbà wá o. Ogun kò ní kó wa lọ ogun. Kábíyèsí ẹ gbà wá. Ogun kò ní kó wa lọ ogun. Balógun bínú kíkan. Ogun kò ní kó wa lọ ogun. Abọrẹ̀ lóhùn òní.
Nigeria, 186 million people, 600 languages, a vibrant culture, an oil revenue to die for. Why would anywhere so rich and beautiful need our help? The trouble is, people are dying for the oil.
The Niger Delta is one of the most polluted places on earth. So much oil is released each year that it is like having a sea empress quantity of oil dumped into this fragile ecosystem every 10 years. And that is according to the oil companies. The reality is even worse.
Nigeria's coastal communities rely heavily on fishing for a living, but even the fish have been poisoned by oil. This is the story of one woman's dream for her country. It's also the tale of how Cardigan's eco shop forged an unexpected link with Africa.
Hello, my name is Golden Ekpo. I'm a product of SOAS, University of London, where I did a PhD. And I happen to be a member of Oro community. Now, Oro is a small speech community in Akwa Ibom State, and Akwa Ibom State is in Nigeria, in West Africa. It's actually one of the smallest known group of communities. And in this case, it's just like a fishing community, so very little has been studied or very little is known about this community. Basically, although I am from there, I never had given it a second thought until I went for a field work in 2013. I was so shocked to see the kind of things that are going on there. This environment had actually been neglected by government, yet that is a very crucial, the place that they take the oil that makes Nigeria a rich nation. But there is no access road. I mean, there is no medical services, and a lot of things are happening. There's no creation of awareness. A lot of things have just gone wrong there. So I kind of decided that after my PhD, I would want to belong to that community in full, that is trying to help them in whatever way I can.
Golden grew up in a very superstitious rural society, but her father wanted her to have a Western education. The only way the village elders would allow her to go away to school was if she became a priestess on her return. But at school, Golden converted to Christianity, and she didn't come back. As a result, her family was chased away from their home. Instead of being put off by this experience, Golden became fascinated by her regional culture. After going to university, she took classes in ethnography and recorded a huge amount of video footage showing its vanishing customs.
In our community where they are doing the coronation of the Paramadula, the coronation of the Ata of Oro, I beg your pardon. I'm here at the traditional place that are doing to welcome the man. My name is Golden Ekpo. Here is a newborn grating the cassava in Etanaford village. This aspect of culture or the way of doing things domestically by the people of lower part of Cross River State, the lower Cross people, the Ibibio, notably the Ibibio, Oro, the Anang people, this aspect is being phased out. And in language documentation, these are some of the things we are supposed to document, some of the things we are supposed to preserve. If we talk about preservation, preserving our culture, at least to bequeath to the next generation. I'm so certain that maybe in the next 10 years, one could ask a child, what does a greater look like? And the child might be looking at you as if you are speaking language that cannot be understood. And so I'm really happy that I'm seeing this aspect still being practiced in a village in Uyo local government area. In your home, come
Until come to
work by dog on your for say get it here.
thank you in you walk Michael James.
Anyway, I don't more.
Not get done afford to your local government area.
Although I do not have funding, but whatever thing that comes my way, I go back, I invest it in the community. If you can see with me, I have an elderly woman here with me and a little baby. The two of them are ill. Despite my lean financial challenges, I haven't actually been employed in Nigeria yet. I haven't been paid ever since I got back to Nigeria. I'm still struggling to get my job on the balance. The government, the university is processing everything, but at the moment it hasn't been settled. Yet I had a call and that the family is sick, the whole family is sick, and I couldn't do much. I had to take 2 people. And currently the young boy is receiving treatment and I'm paying for it. And the grandmother is also ill, but I haven't been able to commence treatment on her because I'm still looking for an appropriate place to take her to, since government hospitals in Nigeria are on strike at the moment. So the private hospitals are very expensive for me at the moment. So my plan for that community is to empower some people, especially the youths, so that they can actually be self-reliant. By the time they learn trades, or by the time they learn how to do things, there are actually so many opportunities. But unfortunately, these opportunities have not actually been tapped. There are so many things that one could do to survive in these communities. Although it's a small community, but there are things that people could do that could actually give them genuine source of living. I have kind of thought about being able to provide some fish, either storage facilities, because when they bring this fish from the fishing port, what happens is that they don't have anywhere to store it, so they are forced to sell them at whatever prices that buyers can offer, and it's a challenge to them. Again, trying to dry the fish. If I have been able to provide something like a fish drying machine for them, or storage community, a storage facility for the community, I'm thinking that life would have been a bit easier for them.
When Golden was studying in London, she met my sister-in-law and went to stay with her. That's how she came to Wales. In August 2017, she spent a week with us beside the Brisellis.
Oh, Carly's doing great.
Good boy, Cal. One day we went to look around Cardigan, and on a whim I suggested we drop into the eco shop. Golden got talking to Linda, one of the volunteers. It turned out that Linda had a vision of her own.
My passion is encouraging people to change the way they deal with clothing. We have, over the last 50 years, we've developed a fast fashion industry globally, which damages the environment and exploits the workers who make the clothes and grow the materials. So basically, tons and tons and tons of clothes are made very cheaply by people who very often can't afford to eat and pay rent at the same time, using a lot of water to produce something like the denim for a pair of jeans. And then they're brought over here and taken to the US, worn a few times typically, and then they're no longer wanted. The no longer wanted part of it is the bit that I'm really passionate about. And one of the things, my wish, was that I could find either something like an African women's cooperative who wanted to take on clothes and either upcycle them, or somebody like Golden who could actually directly get clothes to people who really, really need them. Because what happens with the second-hand clothes trade in Africa is it's quite large market owners who buy the clothes and sell them on. And while the very poorest can then get something to wear who might not otherwise, it also inhibits local kind of clothing producers, which is why East Africa is starting to back off. So somebody who can actually do it directly, like Golden, is perfect. It's wonderful.
This group of people have helped a lot. They sent the first set of a large suitcase to this community, and I distributed those things according to needs. But trust me, it wouldn't even go around a unit, but it was something worth doing, because the people were so happy. And they came to believe in humanity, that there is still some people out there that are doing something. So don't forget the fact that there are many charity organizations that are working. I do see them on the net, but none of these organizations have ever gone down to our community out there to go and see how life is, to go and see where they can help. So, but then when you talk to people and say this, and they say, oh, there is an organization for that. And this organization exists only on the papers or on the internet. Their physical appearance are not seen. And this community, the people I'm dealing with, they have never seen anybody come to them to ask them, how are you or what are you doing? I don't know how I can help them, but I just want to thank everybody out there that have been assisting in one way or the other in this project. Thank you for believing in us. Anyway, before I go, I want the grandmother to say hello to the people out there. Ma, call.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goko, say thank you. Thank you. Okay, they are grateful and they are just saying thank you at the moment. So thank you so much, and yeah, we are grateful.
It's May 2018, and here in West Wales we've collected another shipment of clothes for Golden's village. All we need now is to raise about £40 for each bag we send, and we've got enough clothes for 5 or 6 bags.
Okay. Well, thank you for you helping me, helping my children like this, and all these children. I appreciate it. The glory of God be with you in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. Today is 26th of April 2018, and before me here seated are the members of Oral Choral Group. It's a kind of a group that are trying to bring out the multilingual nature of Oro, and so they have got songs that have 2 languages in use. This song is composed using English language as well as the Ibibio language. These are the 2 major languages spoken in the Oro community, although Pidgin is basically used by almost everybody. But this group is trying to do something, a kind of a motivational thing to bring up other youths, to encourage other youths. Because in this part of the world, youths don't actually have jobs. There are no part-time jobs. It's only government work, and of course everybody can be kind of employed by the government. And so it's really hard. Life here is so hard. But I'm really very happy to see that youth could kind of have this kind of vision. They have a vision to sing, a vision to kind of collaborate with people to make, just make people happy.
Mikin sonke amin kenana abasi adong me angele siye ele kong mudama ide mikin sonke amin kenana abasi adong me angele siye ele kong mudama. First angels came and took on and took on and took it up and took me board and to a father. I feel alright. First angels came and took on and took on and took it up and took me board and to a father. I feel alright. Ide mikin sonke amin kenana abasi adong me angele siye ele kong mudama ide mikin sonke amin kenana abasi adong me angele siye ele kong mudama. First angels came and took on and took on and took it up and took it board and to a father. I feel alright. First angels came and took on and took on and took it up and took it board and to a father. I feel alright. Ide met membia o amin. Abasi adong another set of angels. Ele kong mudama. Ide metumembia o ami. Abasi, I don't want another set of angels. Second angels came and
Tugi so, and Tugi wo, and Tugi wa, and Tugi yen, and Tugi told me I feel alright.
Ide metumembia o ami. Abasi, I don't want another set of angels. Ide metumembia o ami. Abasi, I don't want another set of angels. Second angels came and
Tugi so, and Tugi wo, and Tugi wa, and Tugi yen, and Tugi told me I feel alright.
right now, yeah.
I feel alright.
Right now,
I feel alright.
from my sick bed.
I feel alright.
Right now, yeah.
I feel alright.
So I know this is going into a video for your fundraisers, so I would really urge people to get behind Golden and help her with the costs of making this shipment and hopefully further shipments, and maybe we can even start sending clothes to children in neighbouring villages, because we get given loads and loads and loads of children's clothes. There's a culture growing up in probably about the last 30 years where a lot of people don't pass clothes along when their children have outgrown them. They want new all the time. So we get given loads, and we don't actually sell all that many, not as many as you'd think. So yeah, this is just really, really great, and please, please give her all the support you can.
alálẹ̀ dákun gbà wá o. ogun kò ní kó wá lọ. ogun kábíyèsí ẹ gbà wá. ogun kò ní kó wá lọ. ogun balógun bínú kíkan. ogun kò ní kó wá lọ. ogun abọ́ rẹ̀ lóhùn ò ní fẹ́. ogun kò ní kó wá lọ. ogun ẹlẹ́yẹ lóhùn ò ní gbà.
Wills, thank you.